Just to give you a quick warning before you start listening, there is some colorful language used throughout the show, so hide the kids and enjoy. You like hanging out, drinking beer at the bar, talking sports? Come on out and join us weekly. Guys at the Bar Talking Sports, your podcast for just that. Hanging out, drinking some beer, talking sports. All right, this will be the second time I'm trying to start this show because I can't keep Chopper involved in this damn show for the life of me. But
so good.
As you guys know, because you listen and you're subscribers, this is Guys at the Bar Talking Sports. Sometimes, earlier tonight, we were guys at the bar with a gal talking about concerts. But hey, you know what? I mean, that's what we do around here. We are multi-diversified.
What's your favorite concert you ever been to?
My favorite concert? So we are going to do Guys at the Bar with a gal talking concerts then.
No, I just want to know what your favorite concert
Oh, okay. So, best concert I've been to, only because it's a notch on my belt. It was an okay concert, but it was really cool because it was Nirvana. So
Nice.
In 1993, November of 1993, they came to Lakeland Civic Center in Lakeland, Florida, and it was for the In Utero tour. And me and my buddies, we went there. We had my mom drive us up there. So this kind of tells how old I am, right? I'm an old fart. But my mom drove us up there. I think we were in like 9th or 10th grade. I can't remember. And she drove us up there. We hung out all night. It was great. My friend actually stage dove off the stage. Mike Laguerre. You look him up. It's probably on film somewhere. I don't know. It was famous because he was the only person that got the stage dive in that entire concert.
Nice.
And then we went home, and then like 6 months later, the dude's dead.
Oh.
So I'm one of the few out there that can say I saw Nirvana in concert, right?
Fantastic.
That's the notch on my belt that says, yeah, that's like a cool concert. But the best concert I've been to, I like Kenny Chesney a lot. Now that I'm older, I like country music. I'm out of the whole grunge phase. So what's the best concert you've been to there, Chris, my man? Oh, sorry, Chopper, my man.
Man, you forgot my name again. Imagine that.
I always forget his name. I don't know what's going on.
Let's see here. Best concert ever.
Best concert ever.
Oh.
I don't know if that's the best concert ever, but the best concert that you've been to.
I don't know.
Because probably the best concert ever by old stats is Woodstock, right?
Yeah,
because everyone like 1 million people went to Woodstock at the most, and they say like 10 million people claim they went to Woodstock.
Paul McCartney was pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, I might have to go there. I've been to a lot of good concerts, but Paul McCartney had to probably be the best. It was
Who's
really
Paul McCartney?
Are you kidding?
You didn't know who Billy Joel was.
I didn't know who Billy Joel was.
You don't know who Paul McCartney is?
Is he a Beatle?
He's a Beatle.
Okay, I got you. Interesting.
Woo!
I had no idea.
This guy talks sports only, obviously.
Yes, I love sports so much I don't care about anything except for sports. That's why I don't even know
Who's John
Billy
Lennon?
Joel is.
I don't know.
No, John Lennon was the guitarist for the Beatles, right?
Oh, wow. You're amazing.
I know. That's what my wife tells me. I am amazing. Amy, if you're listening, I love you.
Hey, Amy.
Yep. So, I got a lot of topics to talk about, but I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get on the internet right now. So I need you to do some talking really fast about, let's see here. Oh, tell us about the Auburn game while I figure out how to get on the internet. Because
I told you I didn't want to talk
figure
about
this
that.
junk out. I know, but sometimes you got to talk about it.
That was the worst game ever.
Sometimes you got to deal with your feelings, okay?
Yeah.
You got to deal with your feelings and start to let the emotional things just sink in and deal with the fact that Auburn got their butts kicked.
We got beat by the Big Ten. And
I know. Even Alabama beat their Big Ten opponent.
You know,
that's pretty rough, man.
Did you see the size of those guys on the offensive line for Minnesota? They're monsters.
They do feed those boys right.
They have one guy that's 6'9", 400. Monster.
Yeah, how does he move around?
How are you
Yeah.
gonna get around a guy like that? They pushed us around like we were little kids.
I don't know that you all got your butts beat though. Like I was watching it, and it was a pretty good game. But I mean, it wasn't as interesting as the Alabama game, so I was kind of flipping between the two. And I spent most of my time watching the Alabama game.
Yeah, we stayed in the game. We could have won, but we just didn't make plays at the end. Minnesota kept the ball and the time of possession.
Okay.
They won those stats and really kind of kept the ball away from us in the end and made the plays when they needed to make them. So, hats off to them, PJ Fleck, Minnesota boys, go Ghosts.
Yeah, the thing is Minnesota.
Ski-uma.
So if you remember, like 5 or 6 weeks ago on the show, we were talking about Minnesota possibly being in the top 4. So they definitely were a contender, and they are.
Yeah.
Defensively, they're strong. Offensively, they're strong. They got a lot of. I think what it is with Minnesota is even though the talent is there and everything, but they also had like the inspiration behind them because it was the first time Minnesota's had a decent team since like 1943 when they won the national championship, right?
Someone was saying, one of the commentators on TV said these guys will go back to Minnesota and be legends because they beat
These
Auburn.
guys are going to be legends. They're going to get
What?
commercial spots for like years.
Legends.
Yeah, they are definitely
For
gonna be
beating
legends.
us?
They're going to be legends just because of the season that they had. And how many of these guys are seniors and how many of you guys are leaving or are most of them coming back? I'd love to
I
look
don't
at the
know,
stats on that and see
I think
because
that
if that's
coach.
the
I
case.
think that coach is a great motivator.
Now they're
He
Big
got them ready
Ten.
to play.
They're Big Ten West, right? Along with Wisconsin is Big
That's
Ten
a good
West
question.
also.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So with them and then Nebraska having a pretty good recruiting class this year, you're expecting Nebraska to come out next year as well. Big Ten West might be something to deal with against the Big Ten East, who has Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan, and
Yeah, they have all the good teams stacked on one side. Don't they?
so Big Ten will be a contender in. I mean, they're always a contender lately.
No,
So
I don't ever give the Big Ten the respect
okay.
that they deserve, but I mean they came out and just manhandled us. So props to them.
Well, that is an easy lead-in, Chopper, to
Nice.
my first topic of the night. Bum, bum, bum. Check this out. I know, man. That's amazing. But first, we didn't even talk about what we're drinking. And we always talk about what we're drinking. There's only 2 of us, so we're doing a duo show today. And so we got to talk about what we're drinking
That
first.
would be just 2 of us. A
So,
duo.
a duo, yeah. So, think about it for a second. What were you drinking earlier, and now you're probably too drunk to drink it
What are
anymore?
you talking about? I don't get drunk.
No, I know.
Hey, I'm drinking a vanilla porter.
A vanilla. Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
is that new
amazing. Yeah.
here? Okay.
See it right there in the end, vanilla.
So as always, we are
Amazing.
broadcasting not live, but sort of live because we're going to be putting the show out like 10 minutes after we record. We're recording from MJ's Bar and Grill in Lake Carolina, which is in the northeast side of Columbia.
South
If you want
Carolina.
to come out and drink some awesome beer, come on out to MJ's Bar and Grill. Our goal is to get free beer at least once out of this place.
Yeah, at least
for
once.
recording the show.
Yeah.
And hopefully Anthony's down there listening or not.
We just want 1 free beer.
I'm not sure.
That's our goal. We start small. Start small.
Yeah.
Build
That
your
would
way
be
up.
like, we would never have to claim that on our taxes if we
I wish
got a free
I
beer.
kind of wish PJ Fleck was giving us a motivational speech right now on our podcast.
That would be awesome. But we can find one on YouTube and record it or play it that way. But
Amazing.
Anyway, so as always, we're at MJ's Bar and Grill recording.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we're going to be big enough to have like invites to Beef O'Brady's down the road.
Yeah. How many subscribers are we at now? Do we
I
know the
don't
stats?
even want to say because it's in the thousands,
Whoa.
but not quite the hundreds of thousands, right?
We're in the thousands already?
Well,
Damn.
I might be one that overestimates a little bit.
How many?
Chopper.
How many 5 stars do we like?
Okay, so
we
do
talk
have a-
5-star recruits all the time. How many 5 stars do we have on our podcast?
We might be the highest rated podcast for sports
Ever.
on Apple Podcasts, right?
We are
or
the-
the highest rated. I would say highest rated podcast on Apple because we don't have anything but 5-star ratings, and I'm sure
Holy moly.
one of these other ones has like a a 4-star rating somewhere.
You mean we've never gotten a bad review ever?
Don't even think about doing it if you're listening, okay?
Oh, no.
Positive reviews, 5
Only.
stars,
Yep.
especially because we are putting out some amazing content every week for you guys.
Yeah. If you have a bad
100%.
review, just tell us personally.
Just tell us personally. You can find us on Thursday nights at MJ's Bar and Grill in Lake Carolina. Unless we get the invite to someplace else.
Yeah. I mean, you know,
If they say we'll give you a free beer out of it, then we're going.
we're always open for change.
All right, first topic of the night. I work hard on these topics, Chopper.
He works hard for the money.
I do. I work
He
hard.
works hard for the money.
I do. I work hard for these topics. So the first topic is this. Conference bowl records, right?
Ooh,
Which conference has the
Woo.
most bowl wins this season?
that's easy.
So who do you think it is?
The most?
The most bowl wins for a conference so far.
I didn't do my homework, but I'm going to say SEC.
SEC, you are
Oh,
right.
nice.
Ba-da-dum. This guy is smarter than he looks, I promise you.
Yeah, I look dumb.
And if you ever saw the guy, he does not look that smart. So, oh shoot! I just got a message from Claw.
Claw's on his way?
Claw might be on his way. Hold on. He says, nope, not making that one. Oh crap! He's hog hunting right now.
What? Hog hunting?
Hog hunting.
That's sketchy.
All right, but he is our favorite Clemson fan. So if he's listening right now, I hope that they get their butts kicked.
Gokes Tigers.
Go Tigers!
Gokes Tigers.
Go Tigers, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not a big LSU fan, but I am rooting for the SEC because, like I said, first topic of the night, they are the conference that has the most.
Is the line on that
Wins.
game out yet?
It's I think it's 4 points.
4 points LSU?
4 points LSU.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. There you
And
go.
I don't know. I mean, I've been thinking about it though, but I didn't want to get into that subject yet. We're gonna close the show
Yeah, let's close
with
with
talk
that.
of
I
the
agree
national
with that.
championship game
Yeah.
because that is a good way to close. But so SEC does have the most wins in bowl games right now, and that is if Tennessee wins tonight, then that'll be even more. Okay, Tennessee. We're watching the Tennessee game right now. It's 6-3. Wow, that is some high-scoring
Whoa.
action at the start of the third quarter.
Amazing.
Wow,
Go
6-3.
Vols.
They've had 3 field goals. That's amazing. But you know the Vols can't put up points for the life of them.
At least they're beating the Big Ten.
But at least they're beating the Big Ten, right?
That's. I mean, I can't make fun.
So SEC has 6 wins and 2 losses, and I'm afraid to say what one of those losses are.
Yeah.
But it was not Florida.
Bad.
It definitely
Bad.
was not the Florida
Yeah,
Gators.
Mississippi State.
Mississippi State lost to Louisville in the Music City Bowl 38-28,
Yeah.
and then
And Auburn in the Outback Bowl.
Auburn
Yeah.
in the Outback Bowl lost 31-24, which
Rough.
that's not bad. That's only by a touchdown.
Go Gophs.
Yeah, well, you don't need to say that. But I'm pretty sure the Big Ten will get, or not the Big Ten, the SEC will get one more win for sure, besides Tennessee, which will probably win, and that'll be LSU versus Clemson.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I'm convinced that's going to be a pretty good game. All right, which
You-
conference has the
I'm
least
gonna go with the Big Ten.
wins?
Yeah.
Far
The
from it,
ACC.
my friend. No, not even the ACC. We
Big
talk
12.
so much crap about
Big
the
12.
ACC on the show, and it's not even the ACC. It's the Big 12. They have 1 win in a bowl game.
Wow. You know. Wow.
1 win in a bowl game right now. They're 1-5 in bowl games. The only team that's won is Texas. Texas beat a crappy Utah team, which is supposed to be a beast of a team, right? And that's the only team that's won. The rest of them
You know-
have gotten beat. And we all know what happened with Oklahoma.
Oh,
They just got
no.
destroyed.
Why even put them back in the top 4 ever? I mean, you win your conference, so what?
Yeah.
So
okay. So here, who's the coach of Oklahoma? Yeah. The only reason why I can't think of it right now is because I'm expected to think about it. Right?
It's
It's Lincoln Riley.
Lincoln Riley. That's
So Lincoln Riley was making an excuse.
what?
He made up an excuse for
Was it the
why.
refs?
No, obviously it wasn't the refs. They got destroyed by LSU.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't the refs. The refs could have made all the calls in favor of LSU or in favor of Oklahoma, they still would have lost because they just got wrecked. They just weren't ready. They weren't up to par. Georgia would have been ready to go against LSU.
Yeah. I
I don't know that Oregon would have been. Oregon's not that
Oregon
good.
had a good game against Wisconsin.
And who was ranked number 7? I can't remember who's ranked number 7. Baylor.
Baylor, yeah.
They wouldn't have played. They lost their bowl game against Georgia.
Against Georgia, yeah.
So Georgia's the only one that I think would have been a stand up to them, or maybe even I think if you put Alabama in there at number 5, but they had too many losses. They couldn't have done anything. But Oklahoma should not have been in
I don't agree with
the
that.
top 4.
They've lost the last 4 times they've been in the top 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Lincoln Riley. This is his excuse. All right, you want to hear it?
Yeah.
This is coming from a source. It's actually his mouth. So I mean, I have it straight from the horse's mouth.
Shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Lincoln Riley, ready? The Big 12 has to recruit based upon speed, not size of their players. So they win in the Big 12 because the Big 12 is focused on speed, right? Lots of passing and all that crap, which I don't agree with this statement. But when they go in and play the Big 10 or the SEC and the Big 10 are recruiting on size.
I got one thing to say about that.
That's a cop-out.
Big guys can run fast too.
Yeah, it's a cop-out.
Not necessarily me, but
It's a
big
cop-out.
guys can run fast too.
Yeah.
What if you got speed and size? Then you dominate,
Boom, yeah.
right?
Yeah, and that's what the SEC gets. The
right.
Big Ten even gets that as well,
Yeah.
as of late on a lot of these teams. But yeah,
and
so Lincoln Riley is making a cop-out. And then on
Yeah.
top of that, he had the top 5-star recruit for a quarterback committed to go into play at Oklahoma next year, and he lost that recruit.
Yeah, but he just got Chad Morris's son just committed to Oklahoma too
Okay.
today.
Well, yeah, so that must have...
his dad's coming to Auburn.
Okay,
from Arkansas. He was committed to Arkansas, and now he just committed to Oklahoma.
Okay.
I think today.
So because of that recruit leaving, then I bet that opened up a
Yeah.
spot for somebody else.
Yeah.
And you know that Oklahoma's going to get good quarterbacks. They always have good quarterbacks. They are known for having good. I mean, I think they've had 2 of the last 4 Heisman Trophy winners
Yeah.
were from Oklahoma. So
Yeah.
they're going to have a good team. They're going to have a good quarterback every year.
You just got to play defense
They just got to be able to play defense.
because defense wins championships.
I mean, I just don't think it's... I think it's a cop-out. He just needs to put his nose to the grindstone and realize that... Lincoln Riley just needs to realize that, hey, man, if I'm going to put together a football team, I need to have size then. If you want to compete in the CFP, you have to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he hasn't been able to do it. I mean, but we'll see what happens. So that was the topic.
You know, I saw an interesting stat today.
Okay.
I can't say this too loud because we're amongst Michigan fans, but do you know in the past 20 years that Rutgers has more bowl wins than Michigan?
Rutgers has more bowl wins than Michigan? What? Is that
In
right?
the last 20 years.
That's amazing, man. Well, you know, I mean, and Rutgers is the team that's falling apart right now. Hold on. Hey, bring that to the mic there, buddy. Bring that to the mic, okay? If you're not scared to be on the show, you can come on over here.
Come on, Grebe.
Yep. We call him A Money because he's made it of money. That is the
A-Money.
owner of the bar. I know. Yeah, he's loaded.
Our goal,
Okay, he's not loaded, so come on down and spend some money.
our goal of this podcast is just to get a free beer.
A free beer. That's all we want. Just once.
Just once.
That's it. We always make it a point to say that. All right, so Florida versus... I ought to bring it up.
Virginia?
Florida versus Virginia.
Yeah.
Slow game in the beginning, but
think
Florida pulls away and wins.
Yeah, Florida plays. I mean, Virginia hung in there though.
They did.
Virginia was tough.
Until about the fourth quarter,
Yeah.
then it kind of came together for the Gators.
They give
That's
it up to
true.
those Cavaliers.
Now,
They-
I don't
they
think
play
anyone
tough.
plays as hard as they need to when they're playing the bowl
No,
games.
absolutely not.
But it goes on both sides of the ball, so you can't use that excuse.
Especially not the Auburn defensive line.
Yeah. I think Florida's going to come back next year. I was listening to an interview, and coach was saying that Dan Mullins, he was saying that he thinks that they'll probably be ranked in the top 7 or 8 after bowl season's over with, right? I mean, that doesn't really matter. Nothing matters except for a national championship.
Win all your games.
But going into next year, I think that they'll be in the top 10 for sure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Just because they have a lot of starters coming back.
Yeah, you'd be top 10 for sure.
Yeah.
10 for sure.
And
They
they
should
might have
a
a
great
chance.
season.
They might have
Dan Mullen's a great coach.
Yeah. And I think that they'll have a chance on going for an SEC championship.
Yeah.
Because if Georgia,
I think Kyle Trask, man, what a great story.
amazing story.
My
Yeah.
goodness. I love that kid.
Yeah. Like you look at somebody who comes off the bench and just, I think he had more. There was like a couple things that a couple records that he broke, like the most. I forget exactly what it was, but the most pass completions in a row or something like that in a game. But I mean, he's a solid
What about
guy.
Felipe Franks? Is he going to transfer already?
He did transfer.
He did already? Whoa,
Yeah,
I missed that.
wait.
He's in the
Okay.
portal?
So he's in the. Well,
Whoa.
you don't officially go into the portal until like June, but he's going
He's
to be
in the
leaving.
portal.
Yeah, he's going to be leaving Florida, either to go and try and get in the NFL, which he's not NFL material, or he's going to go and try to transfer.
So he's not playing in Florida next
So no, he's not going to be playing at Florida next year. That's for sure. But where does he go? Ooh, that's a good question. Where does Felipe Franks go? The dude's 6'6",
He's a monster.
240 pounds.
He's a monster.
He doesn't have confidence though.
Well, I mean, you think? I mean, he was a starter for Florida.
But he doesn't do well under pressure. Like that's his weakness. He lets the fans get into his head. And he lets the situations get into his head.
Maybe so.
So
Maybe the
but then
time
again,
off will help him.
Time off, maturity.
Yeah.
He's an emotional guy. Maybe he'll learn how to become zen.
What kind of teams will need a quarterback next year? Like
Oklahoma?
Felipe Franks? Oklahoma? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Utah.
Yeah. LSU?
LSU. No, he won't go to. Do you think LSU would pick up Felipe Franks? Oh, that would be
know.
interesting though, because Florida plays LSU every single year.
He might have to sit out a year if he goes there, though.
That would be interesting. Okay. What about? I'll let you talk about Auburn for a few minutes, Chris. How do you think Auburn's going to fare next year?
I think we're going to be great. I think we lose Derek Brown on the defensive line, but I think we'll have good replacements for him coming in. I like our offense and our quarterback. I like.
Quarterback's going to be solid.
Yeah,
next
he'll
year.
be a sophomore next year. I think the kid's going to win championships.
Can they win a bowl game?
Oh gosh, I hope so.
Will they be able to beat Alabama next year?
We have a great running back coming in. His name is Tank.
Tank.
So remember this name right now. He's a 5-star running back. Tank Bigsby.
Okay.
Be the next big running back at Auburn.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
So you think that? I mean, with a name like Tank, you would think
Tank.
that he's a beast. All right.
Tank is a beast.
A north-south kind of runner.
Oh,
Okay. That's the problem that Florida lacks always is we have the guys that can go side to side a little bit.
Yeah.
But like P. Ryan, he wasn't a north and south runner. We never get that big old beast of a dude. So
Hey.
I always notice Auburn gets those.
And
every
I
so
did
often.
look up our schedule the other day, and we trade Florida for Kentucky. So I think that's a favorable trade for us.
Okay.
Like, we don't play Florida at home. I thought we would play Florida at Auburn next year, but we don't. We play Kentucky.
No, you played Florida in Florida this year, so you wouldn't play them 2 years in a row.
Well, I thought we would do a home, like,
Oh, okay.
home.
Oh, I gotcha.
You know? I thought we'd play you in Auburn this year.
That would be cool. I would have went with you that game, man.
Yeah. But we play Kentucky, so I think Kentucky's a great team. Well, but I think we have a better chance against Kentucky than Florida. So
Yeah.
yeah,
All right, so moving on to last week's game, Ohio State versus Clemson. Did you get a chance to watch it?
that was a great game.
Okay,
That's probably one of the best games I've seen so far.
that was an amazing game. It looked like Ohio State was going to take off and just do damage, but then it kind of fell apart for them. What happens when the officiating makes? Did you notice some of the calls that they made? Right.
Yeah,
Now you don't want to talk about officiating as a way to lose games, but it seems like it happens throughout the season with like Ohio State. Did you watch the fumble that was no longer a fumble?
Yeah.
That they called an incomplete pass?
Yeah.
Like that put them up 23-17, I think.
I think that's right. Yeah. At the
But-
end of the day, I think Clemson was a better team, though. You know,
I don't think so.
No.
No. Oh, well, hold on. I've been defending
Yeah.
Clemson lately on the show.
Yeah.
In some ways, I think that they were equally measured teams, right?
Yeah.
Like we all knew that would be the good game because I thought that they were equally measured.
I mean-
but the thing is I just think
Trevor
that-
Lawrence running the ball was the difference maker in that game.
Yeah, like they were able to put up 23 unanswered points or something like
With
that.
just him,
wasn't it?
with him just running the ball out of the back, that was amazing.
Yeah, I mean it was insane the confidence that they came out with in the
But
second
Justin
half,
Fields
for sure.
played well too. I mean,
Yeah.
they both played well. I mean, just the scrambling ability of Trevor Lawrence was a difference maker in my opinion.
So, in that sense, then, is Trevor Lawrence going to perform well against LSU's defense? Number one defense in the country.
I don't know that. No, they're not the number one defense in the country. We were ranked higher than them.
Yeah, it's true. Okay.
Yeah. Historically speaking, they're good. I think they'll be better than Ohio State on defense, for sure. I don't see him running as much against LSU.
LSU will destroy
I see
them.
it as it's going to be a tighter ball game. I think that Trevor Lawrence is going to have to go to the air to beat LSU.
He has the abilities, for sure.
Yeah, he's going to have to go to the air. He's going to have to beat them with his arm. Just like Joe Burrow is going to have to do the same thing.
But Joe Burrow is on fire
It's going to
every
be arm.
Philly-
It's going to be arm versus arm.
But I think Joe Burrow is a better quarterback than Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Pound for pound, like when you were watching that game when they were playing Oklahoma, and it's not just Oklahoma, it's every game they play. Joe Burrow goes back and throws it, and he is on point
Every time.
single throw.
He's amazing.
It's not just him; he has amazing receivers as well. His receiving core is just insane.
Yeah.
There's so much talent on that team, and
Next Tom Brady.
some people dispute. Some people are saying that it's the best college football team that's ever played.
I don't agree with that.
Okay. What do you think is the best college football team that ever played? then?
2004 Southern Cal.
What? Aren't they the ones that like got disqualified or something
That's
from that
right.
from that national championship?
They were amazing. And my Auburn Tigers were undefeated that year. We
Okay.
finished second behind Southern
Did you
Cal.
go to that game
No.
at the Rose Bowl?
I did.
That's-
2013 I did.
Oh, okay. I
In
got you.
2004 we were undefeated and finished third behind Oklahoma and Southern Cal, who played for the national championship.
Okay, that's right. Yeah.
And so that Southern Cal team, that's Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush, amazing.
And why did they get disqualified from that? I can't remember.
I don't
just
know,
that it
but-
was disqualified.
All I know is they got disqualified and we finished second. So does that make us national champions of 2004?
2004 national championships, Auburn Tigers, maybe.
Nice.
That's right. I would say.
But I think that's the best college football team I've ever seen.
Okay. I think this
What about
LSU
you?
team, I don't know. I mean, I watch to put up, what is it, 63 points against Oklahoma, which we all knew it was going to be a blowout, right?
Yeah.
But nobody expected it to be 63 points.
No.
Not a damn soul expected 63 points to
No.
go up on that board.
No.
And, I mean,
We all know they don't play defense in the Big 12.
yeah, but I mean, that's just pathetic. Absolutely pathetic.
Yeah.
So, has there been a top four team, a team number one versus number four, since the CFB started, right?
What year was that? 2014?
2014.
Yeah.
Has there been that big of a loss in any game? I don't think so. There hasn't. So, that
Maybe
being
Clemson.
said,
What were the Clemson Ohio State scores? Do you remember those?
I can look them up, but I don't. I mean, I could have our team back behind the curtain look it up for us.
I think Clemson beat Ohio State pretty bad one year.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Okay, so if you keep on talking, I'll have our team look it up really fast.
Hey, guys.
Oh, yeah. Start getting Chris to talk too much. It might be a little tough.
I don't like to
Clemson
talk.
versus who?
Ohio State. Bowl games.
2016?
Yeah.
Okay, 31-0.
Whoa, 31-0.
31-0.
Yeah. That's a pretty
Well,
that's
that's
a big beatdown.
that's probably the worst beatdown. So shut out the Buckeyes?
I mean, you make it in the playoffs and get shut out. Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. Ohio State's pretty consistent the last 10 years, though, man. As in, like, getting into the playoffs, for sure.
Yeah.
And I was looking all this stuff up, even from 2004 on or so, they were pretty consistent. But
Yeah, them in Oklahoma seem to always make it in and lose.
yeah, it's kind of. But I mean, Ohio State did win a couple years back.
They
So I
did.
mean, you can't put that past them.
They did.
But so last point of the night, then, okay? Because we gotta wrap this thing up.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. I do need one more beer if I can have one, please. Thank you. Before you do last call.
Un más cerveza, please.
So, last point of the night is this. Who's going to win the national championship, and what's the score going to be? I know you thought long and hard about this, Chris, or Chopper, because I didn't tell you what we're going to be talking about before the show. This is a pure winging it show, by the way, just so y'all know.
LSU 35,
LSU 35.
Clemson 24.
Oh, wow. So you think that you think it's a good game up until
Yep.
the fourth quarter?
Yep.
And then LSU
Yep.
puts up like 2 touchdowns right at the end?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Oh, man.
27 LSU, 24 Clemson.
Closer.
27-24.
Yeah.
I would say it's a shootout, and not a shootout because that would be a higher scoring game. But I would say that it's a good defensive game because both teams have strong defenses. I think that Joe Burrow will struggle a little bit against Clemson's defense, but I think that he's the better quarterback. And that's what it's going to come down to.
I agree with that.
Is who's the better quarterback? Because both of them have strong defenses. Both of them have great offenses. I just think that LSU, unless something really gets shooken up, man, that's my feeling. So,
Go Staggers.
so this is the deal. If you're listening today, the first thing you're going to do is subscribe to the show. The second thing you're going to do is give us a 5-star rating and review.
5.
And the third thing you're going to
They're
do
5-star recruits.
is if you've been on the show before and you're listening now, how dare you not come to this show
What?
recording tonight? But then again,
We need you.
Hanger and Chopper have our priorities straight,
Yeah.
whereas no one else does. Everyone else cares about kids.
That's
You know,
right.
G Boogie's out putting on a big Chip and Wales fundraising thing.
Yeah, come to the
I
Chip and
mean-
Wales on Saturday.
Yeah, but I mean that's what he's doing. I mean he does not have his priorities straight because he's trying to take care of kids rather than take care of the show, which
Yeah.
that's fine. To each their own, you know. But that's what we care about. And then we got other people that are like hog hunting, and someone else is out visiting his girlfriend in Texas. You know that would be Crazy K. So anyway, but keep on listening. We'll be back every week for you. Hopefully, we have more to talk about than college football because
Hey, it's basketball
college
season.
football is closely going away.
Woo!
It's gonna be rough trying to figure it out. Do you even like basketball?
I love basketball.
Okay, good. So I do too. I just don't start following it until about mid February, maybe early March, because that's when it starts to get really interesting.
Yeah.
On the college side, so we're gonna have to talk NFL. What do you think about NFL? You like NFL football? All right.
It's okay.
So you need to start following some teams, okay?
I know, I do.
What do you think, Tom Brady?
What about Jason Garrett and the Cowboys?
Yeah.
He's been like, he supposedly got fired like 3 days ago,
Okay.
but he's not fired now, and they keep meeting it each day. Is he really fired or not fired?
I don't
Where's he
know.
go? What's going on there?
I don't know.
Who's going to be the next coach of the Dallas Cowboys?
So who do you think it's going to be?
I don't know.
I've heard that the Cleveland Browns are trying to get what's his name from Ohio State?
Urban Meyer?
Urban Meyer, yeah. I heard that the Cleveland Browns are trying to get Urban Meyer. The Cowboys, I don't know. I've heard that they're trying to get a coach from someone in the SEC.
Is
I
that
can't
Lincoln
remember.
Riley, maybe, from Oklahoma?
Might have been.
Yeah.
I've heard some speculation, but we'll see what happens. Tom Brady, last season he's going to play. Will be this season.
Think so? He's done?
Everyone, well, I don't know.
He's 41, man.
He's wanted to do 2 more
He's
seasons
the same
total.
age as you, man.
Yeah,
Can
he's
you imagine getting hit like that every day?
Oh my God, I can't even take a fall on a snow
God.
when I'm snowboarding, let alone that.
Yeah.
But anyway, Happy New Year to y'all.
Happy New Year!
Thank you for listening to the show.
Merci beaucoup.
5-star ratings are very impressive,
We love those.
and keep on coming back because
Thank
we
y'all.
enjoy what we're doing when we're drinking at the bar, talking sports. I know what you're thinking. Man, that was an amazing show. You know what you do then? You subscribe to the show. By subscribing, you'll be able to hear the show next week and every show that we come out with from here on out. And then if you really like the show, the thing that you can do is you give it a 5-star rating and review. Whatever podcast you listen to, see if you can give it a 5-star rating and review. I know you can do it on Apple iTunes. And then you know what you do? You come on back next week to hear Guys at the Bar talking sports.